Good morning, y'all. I am going to be planting my garlic today. It's a pretty heavy feeder, so I need to amend the spot that I'm going to be putting it into. I'm going to be using one of the raised beds underneath the front window. I don't think about that spot a whole lot, so it's a perfect place to plant garlic. Garlic takes almost a year before it's ready to harvest. So I need a spot that I'm going to forget about, something that I'm not going to be bothering a whole lot so that this garlic can just grow and enjoy its life before it's time to harvest. You're looking at 8 to 9 months before you're going to get your harvest. So pick a good spot, something that you don't need if you're going to be growing garlic. It is a very heavy feeder, as all of the alliums are. So garlic, onions, the ornamental alliums, all of those things really need a lot of feed. So you're going to make sure you're amending your soil early on as you're planting, and then coming back in throughout the season to make sure that they've got enough nutrients to produce the bulbs that you need and stay healthy. This is a south exposure bed, but it usually has a little bit of shade from the things that are planted in the ground in front of it. Since we just had Hurricane Milton, it kind of destroyed a lot of my plants, and so that bed has been cut way back. So for right now, it's full sun. I expect that, I don't know, middle of March, April, everything will have filled back in, and these things will start getting a little bit of shade from our warmer sun as we're moving out of spring and into summer. So I'm going to hope for the best, but let me go ahead and get this soil amended, get these things in and watered. I also got to do a little bit of manipulation to the drip system that's in this bed, because it was not set up for growing any food. It was set up just for some annuals that I had planted. So it didn't really matter how I had the drip running in there. So let me get started. So I'm going to be planting this garlic in the middle bed. I just pulled lantanas and dianella out of this bed, so it's not looking the best. Let me just pull a couple of these weeds out, some sticks and branches. Looks like I also had some Supertunia Mini Vista Indigo in this bed. Some of these lantana branches out. And the bed is pretty full. It's very dry. Because like I said, I planted annuals in here. Really, the lantana is a perennial for us, but I planted it as an annual. And I've stopped watering these beds quite some time ago, because once the lantana is established, it's pretty drought resistant. So the little bit of rain that it got was pretty much it. And if the sprinklers came on, it got a little bit of water from that. But the positioning of these beds doesn't make it easy for the sprinklers. There is some pine bark in here. There is some compost in here. It's not totally bad soil. It's just really dry because it hasn't been watered. But I'm still going to top it off because I want to make sure I got enough stuff in here. Now, what am I going to do about this sprinkler line? I actually think I'm going to just put the pegs in to stake it and just kind of leave it as it is. I'm not going to redo the whole thing. Let me just grab some pegs. All right, I got a couple pegs. I'm going to just stick these down to keep this drip line where it is. It's a little weird having that All right. Now I'm going to just add a little bit of compost and some fertilizers. And I'm using Garden Tone because it's the first thing that I could find. I'm going to lift this. I'm going to raise this level a bit with some compost. So let's just stick these off to the side. Let me raise this level first. All right, now I'll peg it down. I don't know if that one's going to hold. It's kind of loose. Now, I don't know how many cloves I actually have. So I'm going to just go ahead and make the holes. And I'm going to put some worm castings down into the holes. And we'll go from there. I'm planting Transylvania garlic. Can I get one more here? I think I can. I'm going to plant these pretty deep. 3-4 inches deep. So we're going way beyond where the compost is. So that's why I'm going to drop some worm castings in. I'm kind of doing these offset so that I can make sure I have enough space in between them. I probably could get them a little bit tighter than what they are, but I want to try to get some decent sized heads. So I don't want to jam them too close together. I don't need huge heads of garlic. I mean, we use a lot of garlic, but not so much that I need the biggest possible heads of garlic. But, I mean, if you're going to grow it, I think you want to make them as big as you can get them. It's part of the fun of gardening. Why do I not have enough space here? Put one here. All right, so I'm gonna just put in some worm castings now, and then I'm gonna go grab my garlic. I want to make sure I got some worm castings down in every one of these holes. Let's grab the garlic. I'm planting these pointy side up, 1 clove per hole. Did I do that hole yet? It's going to be real funny to see if I did a hole twice. I'm just setting aside some of the smaller cloves as I go, because I'm not going to be able to fit all of them in this bed. So the leftovers will get put somewhere else. Which side is pointy? I'll go with that one. All right, so I got a ton more cloves in this box. So I'll be able to plant some more somewhere. I just don't want to fill up this whole space with just garlic. Let's cover that over. and give these guys the better part of next year to get themselves going and big and pretty. All right, that's it for that. So that's it for the garlic planting for today. I am gonna figure out where I can put some more. I've got some pots laying around that I'll probably just pop in 2 or 3 cloves and let them grow in pots, because I can kind of stick them anywhere. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to dedicate another raised bed just for garlic. I'm kind of limited on space, and I want to get as many things as I can growing. I've got quite a few brassicas that are going to be taking up the entire greenhouse. So I got to figure out where I can put garlic that it's going to get enough sun and not take up all of my space for an entire year. So until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you later. Bye.